All right, so you're starting your freelancing and maybe your consulting career. You've set up your company, but you're not sure what structure you should do. Should you go with a C-Corp? Let's find out. Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Don Felker, and on this channel, I teach software developers and freelancers and consultants how to start, survive, and thrive in the world of freelancing. And I'm tailoring this directly towards mostly software developers. So if you're a software developer and you're trying to get into freelancing full-time and make a career out of it, then this is the channel for you. Today, I'm gonna talk about why you should not be choosing a C corporation as your structure of your company when you're a freelancer or a consultant. Now, there's many different options that you can choose when you're going to start your company. You could choose a sole proprietorship, you could choose an LLC, a S corporation, a C corporation, and then based upon whatever country you're in, there could also be other different types that I'm referencing. So the ones I'm talking about here are based in the United States. That's where I'm based. And so these are gonna be the most common out there: sole proprietorship, LLC, C Corp, and S Corp. So why should you not choose a C corporation? Well, first let's understand what a C corporation really is. Now, I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant. However, I have done a tremendous amount of reading and research into the area to see what works best for freelancers and consultants. And what I can tell you, hands down, is one of the worst decisions, in my opinion, that you can make is creating your company as a C corporation. So why is that? Now, in my opinion, and based upon the research I've done, is a C corporation is its own legal entity. And it's actually its own entity according to the government. So it actually can have shareholders, it can have stock, it can have all these different types of things. And any company that you've seen that's out there that usually will have like a publicly traded company is usually going to be a C corporation. Stock has all different types of stuff out there for it. Now, the reason why you don't want to do this as a C corporation is something that's known as double taxation. Now, this is a really complex, deep topic that I'm not going to go super in depth into, but at a high level, the 30,000 foot view is you're going to be taxed double. Since you have a entity that is recognized by the government, that entity needs to pay taxes on whatever it's doing. I have a C corporation called Don's Consulting, and then I also have myself, which is my own personal life and my own social security number. The C corporation has to pay taxes, and then any income that I generate as maybe an employee of that corporation, maybe it's my own company, I have to pay taxes on that. So if you think about it from a independent consultant, independent freelancer type of scenario, I am going to be paying double the taxes on that. Now, of course, there's tons of caveats to that, and I'll probably get some comments down below that say, well, here's how you can structure it to make sure you don't pay that, or here's how you can make sure you pay yourself to kind of avoid that. Yes, there are options. However, one of the additional reasons why I don't recommend going with the C corporation is simply because of all the additional administrative work that's required to maintain the C corporation. Since it's another entity, it's going to require more work from you and from your accounting staff to make sure that everything is on the up and up with the IRS and the government. And ultimately, the more work that you have to do for your company, the less time you're spent building the projects and being a freelancer and consultant. And in my opinion, you want to make sure that you're as streamlined as possible so you can focus on what generates the most revenue for you. And most likely that's going to be performing your freelancing and consulting tasks, not administering a business, which is going to make you pay much more taxes and have you focus on all the administrative components of running a C corporation. So when is it good to run a C corporation? Well, maybe if you're having a startup and that startup is going to take investment and you want that investment to have investors from the Silicon Valley or all over the world. That is something maybe where you want to perhaps evaluate whether or not a C corporation is good for you, and that might be the best option. So again, if you're not really sure and maybe you want to start a startup, then go talk to a lawyer and tell them what you'd like to do. They can kind of give you the best lay of the land, as well as your accountant. So you want to talk to them both. But if you're a freelancer or a consultant, initially I would just immediately stay clear of a C corporation. The other options are great for you. They all have their own pluses and minuses. Those are gonna be like sole proprietor, It's going to be LLC and S corporation. So depends on the state that you're in, depends if you can elect to be an S corporation or not. So you'll have to check with your state, local tax and county professionals to make sure that how you can set your business up in that regard. The whole topic of this video is to make sure that you are not choosing a C corporation simply because it's going to make you have to do more work, cost you more money, and ultimately take away from the thing that allows you the freedom and the autonomy out there. And that is building more through consulting and freelancing and making more money that way instead of spending it on administrative work. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please comment below and I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.